Folks, yes, the floodgates are open. I can't hold back any longer. It's the first haul of Christmas right here on my take on Home and Garden. Come on over, guys. It's gonna be fun. You know I gotta make it fun. Let's dive right in. Now, I'll give you the lineup for today. We'll get that turntable going. I have a ton to show. I have first haul of Hobby Lobby, and then some things Angela and I picked up out on the road, at the flea, at yard sales, you name it, and even some antique shops. Let's check it out. You know we love that emerald green, and we had to go with another serving bowl. We only have one for this big table by Anchor Hocking from the 60s. Love that. Look at that rich emerald green. Can barely get out of the bottom with that light. Next, this was at a yard sale. I was so pleased, I couldn't believe it. Look at this dandy. Another Anchor Hocking piece. This one's kind of called Waffle. Mid-century wonderful in that incredible emerald green. We didn't have a big serving platter like that either. So there you go. We gotta have all the components for a nice emerald green table. You know we got a lot of pieces last year. Look at this, the absolute dandy. You cannot beat that rich emerald green back in the mid-century glass. Okay, love that. Now, off to Hobby Lobby. I had a blast. I had checked on them 10 days earlier, and I'm telling you, they had so much. They had an army there putting it up, and they still weren't done. I couldn't believe it. Last year, you hardcores that have been with us know that we did our first Christmas haul before this last year. But we decided to wait a little bit, and I think it was worthwhile. I know you just watched Monday that beautiful store and the way Angela put it together with the raw footage that I gave her. So, okay, what am I doing this year? A couple of things are going to come out. Not everything. As usual, we don't want to disclose everything, and I like to start with what I'm going to do in the dining room, because this has become kind of my stage for the show. Behind me, you'll notice we bought 9 9-foot garlands like this. Now, I didn't have a lot of time to fluff and puff, so hopefully you can see it, and these are by National Tree Company, and they were gorgeous. We did get them through. We'll put a link in the description box for you. Alrighty, now what are you doing in the dining room to be different this year? 3 years ago, our regular folks enjoyed it's almost hard to remember, that beautiful cobalt blue and gold. Remember, it's already been 3 years. So 2 years ago, just in this area, I did the green and gold. And we broke out the Irish Santas, and we had a blast with that one. In fact, that year was our European Christmas tour through the whole house. If you missed it, you'll want to catch up on that one. what a dandy. Anybody'll tell you. Last year, the theme here to launch Christmas was red and gold, ruby red. And I'm talking about mixing vintage glass with the things that we have to decorate with for Christmas. So this year, what's he gonna do, Gladys, to be different? I've got it for you right now. We're going to do plum and gold in the dining room. The two trees that go here, plum and gold. Here's the first ribbon of Christmas, and it honestly is. I'm gonna show you in the link also where we got this. Got it way ahead so that I can do what I need to do and stay on task. Plum and gold. Try to find it in the stores. Okay, forget it. It's impossible. I couldn't find it unless you're somewhere exotic, out of state or out of country. Maybe you could find some plum or eggplant and gold. So I've been working on this for a good part of the year. We have other goodies, but I'm going to show you in a video where I start taking down the dining room and putting up the new Christmas theme for this year. That's the next video, so you won't want to miss. Now, coming around from this room, picture it now, amethyst glass, plum, gold pieces, and garlands galore. Coming around to the first big tree, we're gonna do a takeoff on a tux and tail, I'm calling it, glass slipper affair. Okay, so we got, you can't believe it. I had ribbon, there's so much ribbon and the stuff is still hiding on me here for now. I'm not going to remind you, I did show it last year, but I'd never used it, and that was the black and gold with gold snowflakes on the ribbon. Look at this. So we're going to have glass slippers and silk bow ties. We're going to use our black and white, some in the new ornaments that you saw last year, and then I've got another twist to it coming up. You see, I got a whole box of those. Where you're gonna go, tux and tail and glass slipper for the piano room and that area, and that's gonna carry on over to the fireplace. I think it's gonna be a winner. What else am I gonna put with it? Now we have a box, we didn't use them probably the last 2, maybe 3 years. You'll remember them. They're really vintage. They came in a set and they're all little, like a G clef and a violin, and there's an angel, and it's a whole set of kind of musical. There's a horn, there's a drum. You know, we have our brass horns and drums. We're gonna just go with the musical instruments and a couple of brass pieces. But anybody remember this set last year? We were so excited about something new. After Christmas show included this set of ornaments. Well, they had it out again. Lucky us. And I always talk like that they will repeat and overlap into another year. So if you're missing something, you can take advantage and get on it right away. Here is another 2, and things are at 50% off for Christmas already. You guys, you hot pursuiters, you already know it anyway. Okay, check it out. At $24.99, 50%, $12.49 for this gorgeous, elegant, where you're gonna go set. So I'm gonna incorporate this, I call it almost a salmon and gold, with our tux and tail and glass slipper tree. Alrighty. What else am I going to do in that area? You guys might remember I come up with some really good looking acrylic deer from Uncle Wally's last year. I think they were about 6 inches tall. I've been dying for some bigger ones, and Hobby Lobby finally came through. Oh, are you kidding? Look at this bad boy. Unbelievable. They look so real, and you'll see that when I get it on the turntable. Check it out. We'll put the lower one on so he don't tip over. $24.99, okay, is $12.49. Guys, are you kidding? Where you're gonna go? If you remember how I talk, if I really like something, I'm gonna get more than one. These are gorgeous. The standing deer is a little more. Okay, $27.99. So he's about 14 or $13.99, right in there. At 50% off, look at him. How good. They are so well done. They look like crystal, and guess what? If you knock them over or bump them, they're not going to break. They're going to bounce a little bit. You got more opportunity to save these forever than you do a crystal pair or set. These elegant crystal deer and some others are going to be around the piano and the fireplace. Ultra elegant for this new Christmas season. Possibly a couple of years now, you guys have seen us pick up the Kugels. These are reproduction Kugels. They're so darn good, and the color is nuts good, really good. In my language, that means really good. If they're nuts good, right here. This is the bigger ball, and there's one a little smaller, and he's about half price. But even the big one here, this gorgeous antique green, is at $9.99, half price, $4.99. All right, let's give him a turn. And when I'm done showing everything, I might have to put them deer back on the turntable. I don't know. I don't want them to go away yet. I started compiling. Let's get rid of this. You can see another box. Believe me, trust me, we've been tripping over them for a while now. 9 garlands. Angela has the first one up in her office that she did for fall, and we missed getting it in the video for you. Maybe we can catch it, sneak it in there. It's so cute. I always love the poinsettia that they have over there, and they have such different colors. Now look at these. At $3.99, they're almost a flannel or a velvet, and they open for you, and you can manipulate the leaves and bend them the way you want them to show. If you want them to stand up more, lay down more, That's what I really love about these. So at $3.99 at full price, you can enjoy these right now at half at $1.99. Again, I call this like a salmon color. It would be a hybrid poinsettia, but look at it with this set. So these are going to be used in that area at the piano and the fireplace. Just loved them. Right up my street with Santa's sleigh. That ought to do it. Okay, what else? Now, shopping for things and deciding what we're going to do. You know, to be ahead, I picked up some pillow covers for our new theme this year in the living room. What is it? You are right. Now, how did you know that? I heard somebody out there. It's a wonderful, on the main tree now in the living room. I'm getting so excited. Sage green is going to dominate the living room. And I'm going to show you a couple things that we picked up to do that. Look at these gorgeous pillow covers. Now we'll have some trees and Christmassy too, but this is going to change. Just with 4 pillows, it's going to help us do what we want there. Alrighty. This isn't just sage green, but it's going to do the job. Another thing I wanted to do, and you know, it gets kind of pricey. We have these gorgeous sets of classic taper candles. A couple years back, somebody asked, don't you change out your candles? Well, I like neutral because you can do anything you want around neutral. This year with our plum theme, I think you'll agree. Check it out, guys. I'm going to have a blast setting the table and doing the candelabras behind us with these, what they call ombre, where the colors step down, darker, medium, lighter to light. 4 different shades, and I had to pick up 3 boxes of those just to pull off this room. Okay? There's 12 just in the candelabras behind me, if I can count right. So, love those. What else are we doing? So coming off of the fireplace with the black and white and rose, or rose gold and salmon, if you will, there's a space, there's a kitchen before you get to the living room, which is sage green. So guess what the kitchen is this year? It's going to be a delightful green and white, like a transferware, and you've seen we have some transferware like that. Okay. On that note, let's take a look at another set of candles that I found to help me pull off that decorating. Just went nuts over. Same idea, the ombre color change in the just the 4 candles, and we'll do that with 4 packs. Here is a wonderful sage green. Now I can use these in the living room and in what I'm telling you what we're going to do in the kitchen. What else did we have to do to push this over? Last year I looked at these and loved them. This tree at $13.99 is a wonderful $6.99. It's a beautiful ceramic. What I loved is it's really almost a wash, and they let the white come through. You know I have to have 2 sizes in our trees. Real substantial in your hand. This is $26.99, half of 27 is $13.99. Look at this doozy. Beautiful. I liked these last year and didn't dare buy another thing. So when they had them again, you know the name of that tune. Gorgeous sage green trees to go with the theme in the living room this year. Love sharing and telling you how it's going to go. Now, I did want to say I had to go to see my doctor this week, and I just wanted to share. And I'm trying to tell him about what I'm doing for the show. And the guy, I don't know where these guys come from. I said, yeah, Doc, I want to get a big pair of brass bells. And he was going to send me to a specialist. Instead, I went to the Hobby Lobby and I got a different set. Look how different. Now, you know I have the big jingle bells and the individual bells, probably 4 or 5 different sizes, from a golf ball on up to a medicine ball size in those bells. These are so neat. These remind me of Switzerland, Austria, Belgium, maybe. And the clapper on these is a stick. It's not a conventional, it's not a piece of wood. It's a straight clapper. And I loved them. Listen. At half now, $9.99. Love those. And that was the way to get some new brass bells. Okay, now I gotta tell you, for you newbies and you people that want to stay over, I like to call it, we promise some new things in our Etsy store as well. Now, because Christmas is here, we're going to do a lot less of that. There's only one a month. One Etsy store a month. For you people that love it, and there's a bunch of you. So, just letting you know how it's going. If you want to stay for that, I'm going to show more of what's going in our store for Etsy. Now guys, if you think that was good, we got more good coming. A lot of fun. You copper collectors, I keep running into things for you. These pieces are brilliant. Look at this little, these are not thin little wimpy items. These are really nice, thick brass legs on. Look at this little mini colander. This little pot, this weighs twice what that one weighs. Solid brass handle, lined and copper bottom. This is sweet. This is the cutest thing. If you're doing a potpourri, or you just want to boil a couple eggs, or if it just goes on the shelf because it's part of your copper collection, who could blame you? They are so good. Really cute. Next, in the Christmas theme, we have Santa. This is a 1996 Santa telling the mouse, now don't make any noise and don't wake them up. Don't wake up those kids while I'm putting the presents out. Real cool. 1996 by Cloth Teak. Beautiful stuff. You know that. Very popular. This is a 2000. The year 2000, the tree grower, you've seen him before on our show. He's fabulous. Jeans and that plaid shirt, red hat and scarf. Where you gonna go, guys? Hard to beat. And they'll be almost new old stock in our store. They're in that good of condition. Fabulous. Very sweet. This one is a 2001 Santa reading the Gazette, and it says, Santa delivers again. Pretty cool. If you like Santa, you could be the first one to get in our store on these. So, again, that's why we had to slam them together here to get them in the store for you so that you can have them in time for Christmas. Now, there is a middle of November show, but you know, you might have had it by then, you might be done, but there's still time. There'll still be time. So right somewhere around the 9th, I think, November, we have planned another Fill 'em Up Thursday. So any goodies we find between now and then will be in that one. But it's, you know, far and few between now because Christmas is our busy, busy time. Next, shifting the Santas so you can see them up close. We'll have two of these cute as heck. Really, I'd call them primitive or farmhouse hobby horses and rocking horse. Individually packaged so two people could have the red rocking horse. Vintage wonderful, really cute. We'll get them on. Santa in his pajamas catching up on the news. And we'll move a few things down. If you like fun, happy, and you only have a limited amount of room, you might like these little shelf Santas. You've seen them on our show for at least 5 years. Fun little, they take up less space, they're not as tall. Santa bringing the evergreens for decorating. Then we got these wonderful solid Santa heads, all different. They'll probably go in different boxes, but they'll be reasonable if you wanted to pick them all up. So, okay, now, I think that's all our Christmassy stuff, but this stuff coming is so good, I had to get it in the store for you. And you know, we got some cobalt blue in the store, and we've got cobalt blue in our own collection that'll never go in the store. I keep finding extras, finding it, and bringing it home for you. These are perfect specialty coffee or hot cocoa mugs. Can you see the whipped cream and the little flick of nutmeg on top? These are by Anchor Hocking. Mid-century wonderful, and there's 3 of those for your collecting pleasure. We have a fabulous Newell post and a pineapple finial. Some call this a pine cone. It's very sizable and sweet. It's got a little gold patina on it. You'll get to see that on the turntable here better in a second. You know, anything I think is good and that we would put in our own house, that's what we bring and put in our store. So look at that dandy. It's got a darker plinth. It's a fabulous dark walnut pine cone. And it's pretty much, I'd say, in a Victorian style. Next, a little more modern. Here's a fabulous, this is about a big man's bowling ball. Okay, this beefy stoneware in a pitcher, extra large, and it's again that fading ombre look in a fabulous stoneware. Check it out. Going in the store, guys. Alright, these next two, every time I do this, we both say the same thing. All of this could just stay here. We could just keep this. It wouldn't hurt our feelings. Everything is so good that we put in our store. Again, it's fantastic. And if you're new here and you like what we do and like what you see, give us a like, a share, a comment. Give us an extra, super thanks. Even on your TV, there's a super thanks. And you can do as little as buy us a coffee for $1 on that if you wanted to. It's very fun. It helps us get around, get the gas, get the tickets to get in places that we need to get in, and so on. Okay, I don't want to get too far ahead, but I do want to make sure you can see everything. Very exciting. You can tell when I get a new batch of goodies. I mean, I'm looking at another batch. It's not even going to make it in this show. But I'm telling you, Angela had a good idea. I'm going to do a pan of it, so you know it's going in the store also. There's just no time to spin it here on the turntable and talk about each little piece. But we want to get it in the store because Christmas is coming and those shoppers are hungry. They got their lists, just like Santa, and checking it twice. Merry start of your shopping and decorating for Christmas. Have fun. Happy planning. We know it's a little early. The floodgates are open. We can't hold back any longer. The Christmas lovers are calling. And you know who you are out there. We love it. And we are the same way. There's not enough time on the clock to enjoy it all. Happy week. We'll see you Monday. Bye, guys.